Hi, I'm about to do my last Fromm video, and I basically just want to reflect on the class and what I got out of it. I learned so much, probably more than I could ever say in this video, but I'll boil it down. Basically, I think the biggest thing I took away is something that I wrote down in my notes. I wrote down love is an art, and that's so true because everyone kind of thinks they're an expert at life just because we're physically living. And when we discussed that, I found that really interesting because just because you have a pulse doesn't mean that you're an expert at living life to the fullest and reaching your full potential. So I think that's really important to kind of explore different aspects of life and study people like Fromm and their opinions because that'll make you more aware of life and how to live it because you're not automatically an expert just because you're physically living. And it'll make you more aware of reality, get you more in touch with reality. I really learned a lot about relationships, whether it's a relationship with family or friends or a significant other, and how it's kind of rooted within yourself and not simply on finding that one person that you're supposed to be with. It's kind of like you have to find it within yourself before you're able to love someone else, and that also goes hand in hand with the relationship that you have with yourself. And that there's something that I wrote in the cover of my The Art of Loving book, and it says, how can you tell the difference between who you are and who you're used to being? Now, I don't actually think I have an answer for this yet, but I think questions like that are really important to kind of think over and try and answer because it's one of those things that just gets you thinking as to, why you are the way you are and whether it's society that's morphed you to be this way or whether this is actually who you are. Um, I think that when you're more in touch with reality, it allows you to learn from others that'll and okay, let me try and explain myself. We were talking about in class how if you get to know someone else, it's a good opportunity. If you don't like something about them, it's a good opportunity to learn something about yourself because there's probably a deep-rooted reason as to why there's something about them you really hate. And maybe it's something that you've been suppressing that you think is in yourself that you don't like. Maybe it has to do with the way you were raised. And the more you're aware of yourself, the more you can appreciate and really understand other people as opposed to just dismissing them if you don't like them initially or something. You can really actually take the time to get to know them and then learn more about yourself too. And yeah, overall, just the class really taught me that you're really not an expert at living just because you actually are physically living. And it's really inspired me to think about some things. And I definitely want to finish these books sometime soon, definitely before the end of the summer, and have it allow me to get closer or more in touch with reality before I'm on to the next chapter of my life, which is college. And yeah, I really loved this class.